Welcome back to Overkill Reviews. I'm Brad, aka Braddy Z, aka Brad Seed, and I am here to remind you that we are on Patreon and you can donate there, get cool perks, and we can continue making these videos and you can give me new nicknames. We're kicking off the Halloween season early with something terrifying. It's the new album by Anaal Nathrakh called A New Kind of Horror, out today on Metal Blade Records. What's in Anaal Nathrakh? Well, I got the answer. It's a spell that Merlin casts in the movie Excalibur, and apparently it means serpent's breath. I don't have a Merlinese dictionary, but that's what the internet told me.
Anaal Nathrakh.
They formed in 1999 in Birmingham, England by Mick Kenny, who performs all of the instruments, and Dave Hunt, who does all of the vocals. They were initially just going to be a studio project, but then in 2004 they did a Peel session for the BBC and have been playing live shows in varying frequencies ever since. This is their 10th studio album, and vocalist Dave Hunt says, "This is not a happy album. It is bitter, vengeful, sarcastic, sardonic, violent, terrified, and horrified." Given that the band has song titles such as I Wish I Could Vomit Blood on You, People, Between Shit and Piss We Are Born, Drug Fucking Abomination, You Can't Save Me So Stop Fucking Trying, and We Will Fucking Kill You, I'm absolutely terrified for this album. Let's go. Anaal Nathrakh is one of the most intense bands ever, with their noxious Molotov cocktail blend of fucking black metal, grindcore, death metal, industrial, and noise. The latter is only amplified based on the fact that there's so much going on, it just blurs into a fucking frenzy. They keep that streak going here. You already heard Obscene as Cancer earlier, and it starts out with these like panic-stricken chimes, which then makes way for some blasts and these shrieking vocals, but eventually makes way for some operatic singing. And you might be like, wow, singing, that's a cello thing. No, it's not. It's actually really fits with the mood of this like austere, artful music that they've got going on. It almost feels classy in a way, like you're wearing one of those curly wigs that the people do in the old movies. But like, it's not a wig, it's actually on your head, and then they come and fucking scalp it. So it's kind of classy. The sheer breadth of the vocals is just breathtaking, and I don't think very many, if any, vocalists could keep up with this widely varied music with their voice as Dave Hunt does here on the album. So let me prove that to you with a little clip. The vocals there sound like something between a wolf's snarl and a pig's snort. And though there's not all that much going on musically under that part, the drums keep the blood pumping. And then the operatic part comes in and it approximates King Diamond in like the shrill, piercing nature of it. And then a little bit later, there's like a breakdown-esque part, but the band keep things interesting with all sorts of like glitchy little parts and sound effects and whatnot. The next track, Forward, ! Focuses more on like the slower, groovier, industrial side of things. I even like the machine gun sound clip thing, because they commit so heavily to it. It's not just like the gunshots of this like automatic rifle. I don't know what kind of rifle. My brother played Call of Duty. He could probably tell you the kind of rifle. But they do that, but then there's more to it. It's like there's like a clink, which is presumably the last bullet in the clip hitting the floor, and then there's a reload sound. So it all works as an instrument in the overall composition. The Apocalypse Is About You comes out of the gate as like the perfect encapsulation of the distorted black and grindcore that I initially fell in love with this band. And then there's some triumphant soaring notes over the chorus part. And then Mother of Satan bludgeons over and over with this like cyclical call of Satan, Satan, Satan. It's like evil. Finally, Are We Fit for Glory Yet? The War to End Nothing punctuates the song with choirs and feels all the more ominous for it. I don't know why choirs sound so fucking spooky, but it's like Duel of the Fates in Star Wars Episode 1 when they're doing the Darth Maul battle, and that song is the best part of that entire movie. So shout out to John Williams. Why do they sound so spooky? It's just people going, ha, 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 ha. Like, I don't get it. I think my voice cracked when I tried to go, ha, ha. But like, whatever. I'm not a fucking singer. So remember how I was saying this album is bitter and vengeful and then went on with like a whole litany of other fucking terrifying adjectives? It absolutely is. But the band maintain control of their emotions enough to like craft a story. When you're throwing a temper tantrum, it's just, you know, constant throwing Lego at your mom, or I don't know. I haven't thrown a temper tantrum in a long time. I'm a fucking adult. These guys, you know, there's an ebb and a flow to this album that if they were just purely blahing out their emotions, they might miss that. It's controlled, carefully constructed chaos. I've seen some complaints about the song Forward, calling it an EDM song, which I think is just plain reductive. You call it an EDM song because it's more of like an electronic bass song and you don't like it. But it's not an EDM song. It's more like a fucking around with sound song. Dave Hunt's voice is insanely malleable, and the band just bend it around the music crafted by Mick Kenny, which is also, you know, twisting and turning all over the place. But somehow in bending this, they never really, there's no gap that they're not able to traverse. I don't know if that's the right word. And then like wrap it up and make it all fit. I kind of wish Dave did more of like the guttural vocals that he's done in the past, such as on In the Constellation of the Black Widow, which is my personal favorite album from the band. But he still sounds great here. Again, he's got the operatic shit, he's got the King Diamond shit, he's got the fucking shrill shrieking, he's got that fucking pig wolf blah thing. So as it stands, again, In the Constellation of the Black Widow, my fucking personal favorite Anaal Nathrakh album. This album, the follow-up I've been waiting for since that 2009 album. Not to say that everything they've done in there hasn't been good, but this just really captures the essence of the band. I don't know why this band works. Like, on paper, you put all these elements together and it's just like, huh? How I can't even hear that. But then when you hear it, you're just like, yeah, motherfucker. That's what I have to say about this. Yeah, motherfucker. Because of that reason, I'm giving it 4.5 skulls out of 5. Once again, I'm perpetually terrified to give something a fucking perfect score because I've done it before and I regretted it. So, 4.5 skulls, which is basically a perfect score in the Brad book. Shout out time. September. Apparently when everybody wants to release their albums. I don't know why. Maybe in preparation for their Halloween season. So, last week of September, we have Revocation, The Outer Ones. Also, Horrendous, Idol. Both those, more on the death metal side. Something for people who like that. We've also got Terror, Total Retaliation. If you like to fucking mosh, Jordan from Terror lives in Toronto and also plays in No Warning. Good fucking dude. We've also got Author and Punisher, Beastland. Lisa's pick because it's industrial. Not reviewing it. Sorry, Lisa. We've also got Wolfheart, Constellation of the Black Light. It's melodic death metal. That title also comes dangerously close to In the Constellation of the Black Widow. Sorry, guys. I like Anaal Nathrakh. Anyway, I'm still listening to Infernal Coil Within a World Forgotten from 2 weeks ago. You should listen to that too. If you don't listen to that, you should listen to some of those other albums. Please subscribe. By the fucking way, next week, Overkill Global, international heavy metal review, scene, profile, show, thing, right here. Watch it.
Before my helpless soul, he plunges out.